Okay, welcome to my life's library. I live a weird lifestyle, right? Okay, I live in a van, do random jobs to make money currently. And I was on the phone with Kaylin and I was explaining to her that I'm painting this guy's house to stay in it. Now, this gentleman that Austin and I met, great guy. He would have let us stay here regardless, but he needs some work done in his house. And I don't like doing things for free or not having an exchange of services and goods implemented in cases like this, right? We get to stay here, we get to shower here, we get to use the fridge and the kitchen and all that stuff. I want there to be an exchange of goods and services. So I told him that we would paint for him. I am working on painting the upstairs of his house, door frames, walls, baseboards, all the good stuff, right? It's just a weird mix, right? Kaylin was just wowed and surprised and is like, oh my God, that's your lifestyle. Where to me, it's fairly normal, I would say, to meet people, exchange pleasantries, get to know them, and things kind of continue to happen, but naturally. Things just happen naturally, where it's like, oh, you wanna come stay in my house? Sure, okay. I think I put up my Instagram story to my close friends of, man said he'd let me use his bathtub. I don't know if that's a weird or normal. Like I get to use his bathtub. And his hot tub and his trampoline. There's a freaking trampoline outside and I get to jump on it every day with Oyster. Don't tell Austin though that I've been jumping on there with Oyster, okay? I doubt he's gonna watch this by himself, so. But I also really wanted to go through, since it's the holiday season, and talk about the van travels and things that people have offered us and how generous people are. At the beginning of the van life, you know, I was very hesitant towards people in general, especially with the weird way the world's working. And like, I imagined that a lot of people were gonna be really icky people, like not nice and generous and caring. So I was very surprised when that has been mostly the case through all states that I've been through. So I wanted to go through and explain a couple things. The first time Austin and I had like a really good encounter with somebody was when we were staying up in Maine where Delaney was, my best friend. And the house that she was staying at, it's like 4 generations of family live in that house. But one night, the dad of the house had offered Austin and I to hang out, drink some wine, smoke some cigars, because he really, really enjoyed that stuff. And he had a whole collection of wine and a whole collection of cigars, and we just sat and we talked, and he offered us a bottle of wine to take with us to try, but it was like a fancy wine bottle from France, like the 1980s or something like that, Chateau. And it was so cool that somebody was just wanting us to experience something that they also really liked. So that was really cool. And then, let's see. I would definitely say the next one after that, there might be some in between, but the next big one was when Austin and I were in Orlando, Florida, and we were doing tasker work and stuff like that. I ended up getting a job for organization to help this couple who owns an Etsy business doing vinyl stickers, to help them like organize their place. And I picked up really quickly on, you know, how they did it, what they needed to do, the job itself. They were hoping for somebody more long-term, but I told them, like, I'm only gonna be here for a week, sorry. I wish I could stay because this is really fun. I would totally enjoy making stickers with you and designing stuff and whatever. But after the first encounter with these people, like I go to their house, I'm doing the job, whatever. Great conversation. I really do pride myself on hard work and getting things done in a timely manner and not kind of just fucking off. But I got a bunch of stuff done, and the lady was so surprised at how quickly I picked up on and I could do this. Wait, I should preface with something. The lady worked full-time at Disney World and then part-time doing the sticker stuff, and then her husband did the sticker stuff full-time. So she worked at Disney, loves Disney. Their family went to Disney all the time, like constantly. They have year passes, they go with their kids on just a normal Tuesday night, they go to Disney World. But Austin and I had never, I had never been to Disney World. It wasn't something I was like super interested in. I know it's expensive. We kind of talked about wanting to go and look and do Disney World while we were there, but the funds weren't important enough to do that. Anyway, so later that evening, after I worked with her and her husband, I'm thinking to myself, wow, how crazy would it be if she invited us to Disney World? And I'm just thinking this, right? And then later on, I'm at the store and she texted me, she said, hey, next week when you come to work for us, and Austin comes to work for us as well, afterwards we really want to take you to Disney World. We want to show you around, like all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought I was joking in my head. Are you surprised?
Oh no.
My boobs. We're going to Disney World. Like, we're actually gonna go. They're gonna take us. The people that work for us today, they're gonna take us.
You're very happy. Where did that come from?
They texted me. And this lady and her husband took us with their kids, drove us in the back of their car to Disney World. We went to Hollywood Studios, and I don't even think I've shared this anywhere. Took us to Hollywood Studios, went on a couple rides, like they paid for a dinner. I was so astonished. And this was the bigger time where I was literally mind blown at how generous these people were and how nice they were and how genuine they were and just overall great people. And it was a crazy experience. It was wonderful. I wish we were towards Florida so we could go and see them again, but that's just not how it works. Even afterwards, the guy had explained, like, yeah, you guys can park, on our street. Here's the door code. You can come in the middle of the night, like shower, do all this stuff. Like, you need to cook, go ahead and cook. And I mean, we were still kind of strangers to these people, and they were just so generous, which, holiday season, generosity is a big thing. So it was crazy. Hey, I like your Woody more.
Thanks.
I mean, very, very simply, Austin's aunt and uncle let us stay on their property in Florida for like 3 or 4 months last winter, which was absolutely fantastic. They're wonderful people as well. Also very generous, very loving, very kind people. And they're like that with everybody, like not just family kind of a thing. So it was great to be there.
3,
4,
5, 6,
7,
8, 9, 10, Jack. Ah!
Another one being when we were in Yellowstone this summer, the cafe that we ended up working for towards the end of the summer, and even before we started working there, the owner, Anna, phenomenal woman. She's actually from Indiana, which was really cool. The cafe closed at like 3, generally. But she said, like, hey, you guys can go here and hang out in the evenings, cook in the kitchen, do this stuff. Like, complete trust in Austin and I. Again, very generous and very giving individual. And I mean, she's a huge pillar of that community in so many different ways. And that was a really important thing for Austin and I, to be able to have that space when we were there. And she was so generous about it, and so giving and so caring, and a normal human being. Not trying to smooze. I think you know the word I'm looking for. but like be overly nice to somebody to like get things out of them. Like none of these people were like that. They were literally just generous for the sake of being generous. And you know, then Austin and I come here and we meet a guy and we meet another guy and what have it, that, you know, this guy's like, yeah, you guys can stay in my house, no problem. Like that's great. People are so much nicer than I thought they were before traveling. I thought people were really angry, senile individuals who were just harsh people who didn't care, didn't want to have anything to do with you. Like, that's definitely not a good way of putting it. I just thought, I didn't realize, how about that? I didn't realize how kind and generous a lot of people are. And it's crazy. And I'm very thankful for all of these experiences that I've had so far. And I hope to continue to meet a lot of people who are just generous for the sake of being generous, not to get something out of them, because that's not the case. I want to be self-sufficient. Austin wants to be self-sufficient. Austin, honestly, whenever somebody offers something, he's like, no. There's no way that we could do that. And I'm like, oh, they're offering it. Let's, please, I want a bath. I say this to also say that during the holiday season, and also in general, doing things for other people makes you feel better. It makes the world go round. It gives, you know, you give and you're able to simple things make somebody's day. Larger things make somebody's whole freaking life. And I've tried to start implementing that here and there with the things that I can do and can help people with, or I can give. One of those times being something simple like going to different thrift stores in different cities. Some of them, when you return items, they don't give you money back, they give you a gift card back. But if I'm never gonna return to that place, you know, what I'm gonna use this gift card for? So there was one day where I ended up going to a thrift store and used the gift card to buy something else, but then just turned around and gave it to the guy behind me. There was like 20 bucks on it. And I'm sure it made him really happy, and I'm sure he was excited about it, and I'm sure he was very grateful for it. But not only that, like, it made me feel good to be able to give something to somebody just cause. And if you watch this whole video and you got to this point, go ahead and go out there and do something for some stranger. Invite them into your house, let them use your bathtub. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But just do something nice for somebody. And try to make it a consistent thing past the holiday season. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the holiday season, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna do things for people. But it's outside of the holiday season where it's even more important to do those things. And I wanna say being a contributing member of society, but make people not feel worrisome about people. I know there are really bad people out there, and other people that will use individuals to get what they want. I know it's out there, I'm not oblivious to that, but I'm just surprised on how many people we've met and I've met that aren't like that. Oyster really wants to play, so we're gonna go jump on the trampoline. So enjoy some video footage of that, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day. Go jump on a trampoline. Go build a snowman. Go build an igloo. I don't know. Go, look, she literally brought me the ball. Go, yeah, just go have a good day. All right? Okay, thanks. Goodbye. Trying to wrestle? I got you. I got you locked. Alright, sit off.